Yes, so I met Arnold on 3 occasions. All of them were, well, two of them were in Venice, California. The other was in Columbus, Ohio at the Arnold Classic. The first time I met Arnold was at a Shotzi restaurant back on Main Street. I'm not sure it still exists, but he used to own that place, and it was all about Austrian food, right? So I was supposed to have a breakfast meeting with a photographer that was one of the most iconic photographers of all time, Art Zeller. Art liked my physique. He saw me at Golds, and he wanted to use me for some of the shots and put me in some magazines and stuff. So I was really excited to meet him, and he invited me to go have breakfast with Art. Art invited me to have breakfast with him, and Arnold walked in. All of a sudden, Art said, "Hey, meet my friend Arnold." I'm like, "Wow." I'm like, "Okay, well," I was like, what, 24 years old or so, and of course, I had the fanny pack on. I had the T. Michael shirt and the baggy pants. The '90s gym gear. I looked like a neon colored douchebag, but that was back in the days. We all used to look like that, I guess, especially with a fanny pack. So I sat down with Art. We had breakfast. I had my egg white omelet with my chicken breast. I made him to make me a special omelet because I was very dedicated to everything I ate, and it was very important for me to get my protein in and all that. And so here comes Arnold walking in shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. I remember that still to the day. He sat down next to me, but he didn't at all introduce himself. I mean, he didn't have to, obviously, but he didn't acknowledge me. That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't say anything. I mean, I was just sitting there. I'm like, well, when is he going to say something, right? Because I didn't want to be the one start a conversation. He started talking to Art about some stuff, and he ordered himself some strawberries, large amount of strawberries, with a huge amount of whipped cream on it. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, whoa, shit, this is like weird. I didn't expect that, right? But he had his own chef there and everything else that prepared food just for him. And anyway, so Art then eventually said, well, here's my friend Markus from Germany, and he's also going to be a bodybuilding pro, and it's going to be the newest thing, the new kid on the block, so to speak, right? Well, Arnold just looked at me and says, well, I can't do his accent. I just can't. Sorry, I'm from Germany, but I can't even, there's no way I can. It's too heavy. He just said something like, well, what does he think he is? He tries to be an actor like me, or so, in a very, just looking down at me sort of attitude. That really, really, really crushed me right there, because this is a guy that I looked up to when I was, in my teens. Conan the Barbarian, that was inspiring. I was like, wow, I want to be the guy that pushes that big wheel around and grow like that, and it was just crushed for me. It was a devastating blow, man. I mean, you meet your idol, and all of a sudden you get like pushed down like that. I mean, that's I didn't expect it at all. So I kind of had I just had like obviously I was butthurt, and I walked out. That was the first time I met him. And even Art later on apologized for him, that he's being such a narcissistic, overpowering piece of shit. He didn't say that, but that's the way I think about him. Anyways, so then the next time, this is now probably 2 years later, around 95, 96, I am at the Columbus Arnold Classic show. And I had a sponsorship with a company called Genetic Evolutionary Nutrition, GEN. And we had the booth there. I didn't go to the actual show, but we had the booth there at the expo. And Arnold walks in with his entourage and his, with his Secret Service and everything else you can imagine. And I'm just there with these shirts, right, with the Gen shirts. And I'm like handing it out. And I'm like, hey, Arnold, you taking me my shirts, our shirts, right, wear it, and blah, blah, blah. Just being, trying to be a bit good rep for the company, right? He just looked at me, he's like, do I look like I need any shirts? Or something like that. I mean, it was just very, again, I don't know if he had a problem with me personally. I was working with Mentor at the time already. I was, around Mentor, and maybe I don't know. I doubt that he would know that I'm actually around Mentor, but I don't even know how he felt about Mentor. I don't know. I know how Mentor felt about him, but that was another video. That's gonna be another video. So that was that Columbus story. So that was another one, another bummer right there. But I already knew what to expect. So, well, I didn't actually, because that was kind of rude. Anyway, but then the last time I met him, this goes another 2-3 years back, further. Oh no, it was maybe like another year yet. It was like 97, because Powerhouse Gym opened up in Venice, and I was working at Powerhouse Gym in Venice. It was on Main Street, right next to the firehouse. Great facility, love that place. And I think Arnold owned the property that the gym was in. So he comes in with a bunch of people, showing him the property, showing him the gym, trying to sell the condominium upstairs and all that, So yeah, he was just, he was asking me if I can give him a tour. This time I had to say he was fairly respectful, but I think it was because of the fact there was people with him that he wanted to show the gym, and I was the one in charge at the Powerhouse Gym. I was like one of the main trainers there, and I was, handling all the memberships and everything else, and showing the gym, of course. It was a beautiful facility, and he wanted to know that his people that are going to move in there, or buy some condos or whatever. There was a few of them. There's also some Japanese people involved there too, and he was all over the place with how he made money, of course. And he was very nice then. That was actually so this is actually 3 times. So I'm actually lied. I had one more interaction with him, one more, and that happened at World Gym in Venice, in Marina del Rey, on Venice Boulevard. I think it was either Venice Boulevard or Washington Boulevard. It was a new version of the World Gym, not the old one. So Joe Gold was still alive, and Arnold used to come in there in the morning very early with his Hummer and train. One of those days I was doing deadlifts. He came in, trained with somebody else, and he was doing bicep curls, a biceps curl machine. So I'm hoisting like 415 pounds in a deadlift, like for 10 reps, some brutal crazy shit, right? I'm super fucking massive and I'm feeling fucking great, And I walk away from the deadlift rack, and here is Arnold, and he's like, "When are you gonna put some real weight on there?" And like again, putting me down, and making me like, at this point I'm like, fuck you, whatever, big fucking deal, you do it. I never seen him deadlift, but no, I guess he was strong, of course. But just to even say that, man, I wish he would have been more, uplifting, something that was more positive. Why do you have to say that? At this point in my life, I'm not hurt by anyone saying shit about that to me. I train because I'm in a different state of mind, But it doesn't matter. It's a matter is what is he like, and that shows you a lot about his character, I think. I do have to say that, and it kind of matches up with what Mike told me about him. So I do have to say that watching this Arnold documentary, which you all should watch, it seemed like he was a little bit more humble at that point. But then again, that's, of course, it's a movie, and whether it's documentary or not, who knows? The real him, I experienced that on those occasions back then, and hopefully he is more humble. And I think it all takes a little bit of being humble, and especially when they have that much of a history in bodybuilding, I think it's important to stay close to the people that you inspire in the first place. I think it's very important. I think that's all I got to say at this point about Arnold's story. So this is the 4 times I actually met him, and I would love to meet him again one more time at least. And in this time I had this idea about talking to him about Mentor, and hopefully there is a chance I'll be able to do that. I live in Las Vegas. I know he trains at Golds in Venice. Maybe I just go down there and stay a week in Venice and train at the Golds down there, film it and shit, and then I'll just walk up there and say, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" Remember me? No, of course not. But maybe because of the fact I'm German, it'll break the ice. I don't know. Maybe he hates Germans. I don't know. But it's worth the try, isn't it? Hope you guys liked my little Arnold video. Hit the like and subscribe. Love you all. Take care. Bye.